Hi, everyone. I'm Jack, and today we're going to talk about something pretty interesting.
I'm Elena.
We're going to talk about how do you know the purpose of your life?
That's a question a lot of people ask.
It is, and it's a big one.
We're going to look at some different ideas.
To help you think about it in a new way.
Yeah.
One person we can look to is Carl Jung.
Hmm.
He was a really famous psychiatrist,
Okay.
and he had a lot of ideas about our minds.
Interesting.
He said we all have a shadow.
A shadow.
Yeah.
What's that?
The shadow is the part of us we try to hide. It has our fears and our worries
Okay.
and our anger.
I see.
It has all the things that we don't like about ourselves.
The things we don't want other people to see.
Right.
That makes sense.
We usually try to ignore our shadow, but Jung thought it was really important.
Oh.
He said that the shadow can actually help us.
Help us how?
It can help us find our purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
How can our shadow help us find our purpose?
Well, you said that when we face our shadow,
Okay.
we can really understand ourselves.
Mm.
And when we understand ourselves, then we can start to see what we can do in the world.
So we need to know ourselves to know how we can help others.
Yeah, it's like we need all the pieces of the puzzle
Okay.
to see the complete picture.
That's a good way to think about it.
Jung said, I don't aspire to be a good man. I aspire to be a whole man.
I like that.
He knew that to be a complete person,
Yeah.
you need to accept the good and the bad.
It's all part of us.
Yeah,
So how can we get to know our shadow?
it takes time
Mm.
and it takes work.
Okay.
But one thing you can do is pay attention to yourself.
What do you mean?
Notice how you act each day.
Like what I do.
Yeah, and what you think and how you feel.
Whoa.
You can write these things down in a journal,
That's a good idea.
or you can try meditating.
I've never tried that.
It can be helpful.
Okay, I'll try it.
You can also ask yourself questions
Like what?
like, why did I do that? Or how did that make me feel?
Okay.
Sometimes we can even see our shadow in other people.
Really?
Yeah, the things that we don't like in other people
Yeah.
might be things that we're afraid to see in ourselves.
Oh, that's interesting.
Called projection.
Projection.
Yeah, so when you see something you don't like in someone else,
Okay.
ask yourself, do I ever do this?
Hmm.
And why or why not?
Okay.
And could this be part of my shadow?
So we can learn about ourselves by looking at other people.
Yeah.
That's a new idea for me.
Jung also had something interesting to say about action.
What was that?
He believed that we don't just think about our purpose,
Yeah.
we live it.
Okay.
He said, you are what you do,
Mm.
not what you say you'll do.
Oh. I like that.
It's easy to talk,
Yeah,
but it's harder to do.
it is.
So instead of waiting for things to happen,
Okay.
we need to make them happen.
How do we do that?
Well, if you want to make a friend,
Yeah.
talk to someone.
Oh,
If you want to learn English, practice every day.
that makes sense.
If you want your life to have meaning,
Yeah.
choose to do things that are meaningful to you.
That sounds simple.
It is, but it's not always easy.
No.
It's like being the captain of a ship.
Hmm.
You decide where you want to go,
Okay.
and you decide how to get there.
I like that analogy.
A lot of people live reactively.
What does that mean?
It means they just react to things.
Oh.
But to find your purpose,
Yeah.
you need to be proactive.
Proactive.
Yeah, it means you make choices
Okay.
and you take action.
So how do we start taking action?
Well, you can ask yourself some questions,
Okay.
like what do I believe in?
Mm.
What is important to me?
Yeah.
And what do I want to do for the world?
Those are good questions.
They are.
What do we do with the answers?
You can think about them.
Okay.
You can write about them.
Mm.
You can even try meditating on them.
That's a good idea.
The answers will help you understand what you need to do.
It's like figuring out the next step. I think I'm starting to understand this.
I'm glad.
So we need to understand ourselves.
Yes,
And we need to take action.
that's right.
But what if we're afraid?
That's a good question.
A lot of people are afraid to take action.
They are.
What should they do?
Well, Jung said something interesting about fear.
What did he say?
He said, where your fear is,
Mm-hmm.
there is your task.
Oh, wow.
I think he meant that the things that scare us
Yeah,
might be the things that we need to do most.
that's scary.
It can be.
But it's also exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So we should do the things that scare us.
If you want to grow
Okay.
and if you want to find your purpose, fear can stop us from doing a lot of things.
It can.
It's natural to be afraid,
Yeah, everyone feels fear.
but we can't let fear control us.
I agree.
We need to face our fears.
How can we do that?
Well, if you are afraid of something,
Yeah.
ask yourself why.
Mm.
What are you really afraid of?
Okay.
And could it really happen?
Yeah.
And if it could happen, how can you be prepared?
That's a good idea.
When we prepare for the things that scare us,
Yeah.
they become less scary.
That makes sense.
So don't spend all your time worrying. Focus on what you can control.
Okay.
And after you prepare,
Yeah.
be brave and take action.
Okay.
No one does great things by hiding from their fears.
Yeah, that's true.
The things that scare us
Yeah.
can actually help us find meaning.
Interesting.
Jung also understood that life is not always easy.
No, it's not.
He knew that we all have difficult times.
He did.
He said, even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness. And the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness.
I like that.
I think he meant that we need some sadness
Yeah.
to really understand happiness.
That makes sense.
The difficult times in life
Yeah.
can make the good times feel even better.
It's like the contrast.
Exactly.
Helps us to appreciate the good things more.
Yeah, and some of the people who have changed the world had a lot of difficulties in their lives.
That's true.
But their strength came from facing those challenges.
Oh.
They learned from them,
Yeah.
and they came out stronger on the other side.
So we don't need to have a perfect life.
No.
We just need to understand that the good and the bad are both part of it.
Yeah, it's all part of the journey.
Okay.
When bad things happen,
Yeah.
we can choose to learn from them.
How?
That's like falling off a bicycle.
Hmm.
You might get hurt,
Yeah.
but you learn to get back on.
And keep writing.
Right.
Right. I could see that.
If you work hard on something
Okay.
and it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
try again.
Mm.
Learn from your mistakes.
And keep going.
Right.
It's all about learning.
It is.
Jung believed that the meaning of life comes from what we do and what we learn.
I think that's a good way to think about it.
It is.
It's about trying your best and becoming the best version of yourself.
That's a good goal.
It is.
So be proud of yourself for trying new things.
Yeah.
Even if they don't always work out.
And be happy about the good things in your life.
Even the small things.
Right.
And remember that your life has a purpose if you are trying to be a good person.
I think that's a good place to stop for today.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about knowing ourselves
We have.
and facing our shadow.
Yeah.
But what if we do all that and we still feel lost?
Oh,
What if we still don't know our purpose?
that's a good question.
We'll talk about that next time.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back.
So last time we were talking about connecting with the energy of the North Star
Right?
and how that can give us direction.
Yeah.
We were also talking about paying attention to the things that scare us
Uh-huh.
and how those can be clues
Interesting.
about what we need to do
Hmm.
to help us understand our purpose.
I see.
Jung really believed that our fears
Yeah.
can show us what we need to work on
Okay.
to become better people.
Like our fears are like a guide
They can be.
to help us grow.
When we avoid those things that scare us,
Yeah.
we don't change.
We stay the same,
We stays the same.
but when we face our fears,
Uh-huh.
we can change and grow.
Yeah, we can have new experiences.
It's like going on an adventure.
It is.
You don't know what's going to happen,
Right.
but you're excited to find out.
Taking risks
Yeah.
is not about being careless.
No.
It's about thinking carefully
Hmm.
and being ready for challenges.
Yeah. Before you do something big,
Mm.
you need to ask yourself some questions. Like, what are the risks?
Okay.
What are the good things that could happen? How
Mhm.
can I be prepared?
Okay.
And what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
How would I handle that?
Right. So when you're prepared,
Uh-huh.
you can trust yourself.
And take a chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, we also talked about accepting
Yeah.
the bad things in life.
It's hard.
It is. A lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah, they do.
We want to avoid pain. It is. But Jung said
Yeah.
that the difficult times
Yeah.
are important too.
In what way?
Well, he said,
Yeah.
even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness. And the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness.
That's deep.
It is, he's saying we can't have one without the other.
Like light and shadow.
Yeah.
You can't have one without the other.
Like a painting. You can't
No.
just have light.
No.
You need shadow too.
Just give it depth.
Right. And the good times feel better
Yeah.
after we have bad times.
Makes sense.
The challenges teach us lessons
About ourselves.
about ourselves, about life.
What else?
They teach us to be strong and kind.
Yeah.
Think about some famous people.
Okay.
A lot of them had really difficult lives.
They did.
But those experiences
Yeah.
helped them become who they were. Nelson Mandela
Okay.
was in prison
Yeah.
for 27 years,
Wow.
but he never gave up on his dream
What was his...
of a free and equal South Africa.
Powerful.
Oprah Winfrey
Yeah.
had a very difficult childhood,
She did.
but she became very successful.
Inspiring.
These people didn't let their problems stop them.
That's a good lesson.
It is, they use those experiences to help them
Yeah.
and to help others.
Hmm.
So when you're going through something difficult,
Yeah.
remember that you can learn from it
Okay.
and become a stronger person.
So we talked about shadow work
Right.
and facing our fears and accepting the good and the bad.
Right.
But sometimes we need more help.
We do.
It's like having all the puzzle pieces,
Yeah.
but you don't know how to put them together.
You need the picture on the box.
Right. Exactly.
We need something to guide us.
What can guide us?
We can connect with the energy of the North Star.
Okay. How do we do that?
The North Star can help us find direction.
It can.
Yeah, it reminds us that we're not lost.
Mm.
Sailors have used the North Star for centuries, to find their way across the ocean.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's a bright star.
So we can see it.
We can see in the night sky.
I'm going to look for it tonight.
It gives us hope.
That's beautiful.
And we can use that energy to help us in our own lives.
Yeah. Okay. So how do we do that?
We can use visualization and meditation to connect with the North Star.
Okay.
Imagine that you're outside
Okay.
and it's night
Yeah.
and you look up at the stars and you find the North Star.
Okay.
It's the brightest star in the Little Dipper.
Oh, okay.
Focus on that star.
Mm.
Imagine that it's sending you light
Sending me light.
and feel that light in your body
Okay.
and feel the energy.
I can try that.
Yeah. Breathe in the North Star's energy and feel the guidance
Okay.
and breathe out any doubts or fears.
That sounds really relaxing.
It is.
So I can do this for a long time.
You can,
If I want to.
as long as you want.
Okay.
The more you connect with the North Star, the more direction you'll feel in your life.
Hmm.
So now let's imagine another meditation.
Okay.
Imagine that you're walking through a gallery.
A gallery.
Yeah. And in this gallery,
Mm-hmm.
there are pictures and moments from your life.
Okay.
And each picture is a clue
Interesting.
to help you understand your purpose.
I like that.
Look at each image
Okay.
and think about what you feel.
Hmm.
What are the messages?
Yeah.
You might see times when you were happy
Okay.
or times when you felt connected
Yeah.
to something bigger than yourself,
Like what?
like nature or music or art
Okay.
or helping other people.
I see.
You might also see times when you faced challenges
Uh-huh.
or when you learned important lessons.
Okay.
So think about, what are the things you see
Mm.
over and over again?
Yeah.
What are you good at?
What am I good at?
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that.
And as you're walking through this gallery,
Okay.
you come to a door.
A door.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful door. And it's special.
Special.
Yeah. Like you.
Oh.
And this door leads to the next part of your journey.
Interesting.
So you open the door
Uh-huh.
and you enter a room,
Okay.
and the room is filled with light.
Hmm.
And in this room,
Yeah. Yeah.
you see a group of guides.
Guides.
Yeah.
What kind of guides?
They're waiting for you.
Oh.
And these guides are here to help you.
Okay.
They're wise and loving.
Hmm.
They could be angels.
Angels.
Yeah. Or ancestors
Yeah.
or any spiritual beings that you feel connected to.
I see.
And in the center of this room,
Okay.
there's a table.
A table.
And on the table is a book.
What kind of book?
It's the book of your soul.
The book of my soul.
Yeah. It have all the wisdom
Wow.
and knowledge that you need.
To understand my purpose.
Yeah. To understand your purpose.
That's amazing.
So this book might be open
Okay.
or it might be closed,
Mm-hmm.
but connect with that book
Okay.
and feel the wisdom
Uh-huh.
and the power. You can ask your guides any questions
About my purpose.
about your purpose,
Mm.
and they will answer you through the book.
Through the book.
Yeah. The answers might be words,
Words.
or they might be pictures,
Pictures.
or they might just be feelings.
Feelings.
But trust your intuition.
My intuition.
Yeah, and be open to the messages.
Okay.
So this meditation
Mm.
can help you understand your purpose,
Okay.
and you can do it anytime you feel lost.
I like that.
Remember, you're not alone.
I'm not.
You have your guides.
Oh, yeah.
You have your inner wisdom.
That's a good reminder.
It is trust the process,
Gives us the process.
and you will find your purpose.
Okay. I'm going to try that.
We've been talking about using meditation to help us find our purpose.
Yeah, like imagining a gallery with pictures from our life.
Right. Or meeting with our spiritual guides.
Those meditations can be powerful.
They can, and they can help us understand ourselves better.
But meditation is not the only way to find our purpose.
Right. We need to take action.
Action is important.
It's like having a map.
Okay.
You can look at the map and you can learn all the roads.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get anywhere unless you start walking.
You have to take that first step.
Right. And action can be scary sometimes.
It can.
It takes us out of our comfort zone.
But it can also be really rewarding.
Yeah. When we take action, we get closer to our goals.
We start to see results.
And we feel good about ourselves.
And that makes us want to keep going.
Exactly. So think about your purpose.
Hmm.
What is one small thing you can do today?
Today.
Yeah. To help you get closer to your purpose.
Okay.
It could be reading an article
Hmm.
or talking to someone you admire.
Someone I admire.
Yeah, someone who's already doing what you want to do.
Okay.
The most important thing is to start.
Just start.
Yeah, when you start taking action,
Yeah.
you attract the things you need.
What kind of things?
The right people, the right opportunities, the right resources.
It's like magic.
It is kind of like magic.
It's not really magic, is it?
No, it's action.
Action!
And remember that finding your purpose is a journey.
Not a destination.
Right. It's something we do our whole lives.
Our whole lives?
We learn and we grow, we change and we adapt.
So there will be ups and downs.
There will.
There will be times when you feel sure about your purpose.
Yeah.
And times when you feel lost.
Right.
Times when you make progress and times when you feel stuck.
But the important thing is to keep moving forward.
Keep moving forward.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
You're right where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder.
Well, thank you for joining us on this journey.
It's been great talking about this.
I hope we've helped you think about your purpose in a new way.
I think we have.
And remember to be kind to yourself.
Always.
Take action and trust the process.
You will find your purpose.
We'll see you next time.